Maybe there's an easier solution to the myriad difficulties that have arisen from a hasty war of choice that seems light on plans for the inevitable unforeseen consequences and contingencies.
The Trump administration is threatening to go after U.S. TV networks for their coverage of the war with Iran.
Yes. Yes. That's the solution. What if we just didn't hear about it? We've got two choices. Do this war better, or make sure that the news networks only tell you that we are doing this war better. I know which one FCC Chairman Brendan Carr prefers.
FCC Chairman Brendan Carr posted this on X. Quote, broadcasters that are running hoaxes and news distortions, also known as the fake news, have a chance now to correct course before their license renewals come up.
No, he didn't. Networks have to learn. You better not lie and give misinformation about how this war is going. That's Donald Trump's job.
Did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school?
Based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran. They have no accuracy whatsoever. It was done by Iran.
He's going to lose his president license. Unless he moves to basic cable. Jump in, Donnie, the water's warm. To be fair, the administration isn't just criticizing how the media covers the war. They're being constructive about it.
Allow me to make a few suggestions. People look up at the TV and they see banners, they see headlines. For example, a banner or a headline, Mideast war intensifies, splashing on the screen the last couple of days. What should the banner read instead? How about Iran increasingly desperate?
Slow down, I'm writing, hold on. Does desperate have an eye? So smart. We should be doing that. Like, instead of the Strait of Hormuz is closed, like they put up there, why not just say 99% of world's waterways now open? And by the way, news organizations, what's with all the depressing footage of things being blown up and people running away in terror? Surely there's a more uplifting version that honors our greatness.
Iran has claimed responsibility for that hit. They said they used underwater drones to strike the oil tankers. Video showed enormous fires following the impact.
Was that so hard? Well, if you can't trust the fake news media, and we've got so many unanswered questions about the reasons for the war, how long it's going to go, who can we turn to for clarity? To give it to us straight.
There's no better communicator than our president.
President Trump laid out clear objectives to the American people.
He's the best communicator I've ever seen.
Of course. Why am I allowing myself to get all confused and flustered? Why don't we just go to the source? All this time we've been relying on independent sources or outside observations and analysis when the truth and the clarity have been staring us in the face all along. So to clear up all the confusion about this war, To clear up all the confusion about this war, I've assembled an expert panel to help explain what the war is actually about in a lucid and clear-cut way. So please welcome to the program President Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, DJT, and John Barron. Guys, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's great to be here and great to be back. It's a great honor to be here. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be with you. I have no idea who you are, but that's okay.
Good one. But all right, let's get right into it. Look, let's just start with the basics. There's been some confusion over whether or not we are even at war. Can you clarify for us if America is at war? I'll start with you, Donald Trump.
This was just an excursion into something that had to be done.
Okay, all right, thank you. It's not a war, it's an excursion. President Trump, do you agree?
This is an excursion, a little excursion, and I think it's only that.
Okay, so it's actually like a minor, just like a walkabout, like a bit of an exploding amble, if you will. John Barron, how is this excursion going, this little soupçon of...
We're winning the war by a lot.
So it's a war. Because earlier we heard President Trump and Donald Trump say it's an excursion.
It's both. It's an excursion that will keep us out of a war.
Okay. All right, DJT. It's both a war and an excursion that will stop the war that it isn't. Excursion in the streets, war in the sheets. Is that what I'm hearing?
It sounds good to me.
I bet it does, sir. But thank you so much for not clearing that up. Do you have any sense of how long this is going to go?
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
Understood. So obviously we have to bear down and achieve all these objectives before we could ever just stand up and say, it's over, we won.
We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over.
That was 2 weeks ago. So the objectives, if we won and our objectives are met, and that was 2 weeks ago, why are we still at war?
We've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough.
Motherfucker. So we're there till we win. We've won. We haven't won enough. I'm sorry, we've got Don from Palm Beach on the line. Sir, you said the war will end when we achieve our objectives, and they're very clear, and that we've won, but not won enough. Sir, if you can, how will we know then when we've won enough?
When I feel it. When I feel it in my bones.
All due respect to your bones. But should we really be giving them more responsibilities? Seems like they've got enough on their plate with the getting you up and down the stairs thing. Gentlemen, I don't mean to be pessimistic, but I can kind of see why we're having trouble keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. In fact, there are some naysayers out there. I want to read you a tweet. Guys, I want to hear your response to this. This is a tweet from Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. Here's what he says. Hopefully, China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others will send ships to the area so that the Hormuz Strait will no longer be a threat. How do you guys respond to that tweet by Donald Trump? Would the military support of other nations be helpful and welcome in this endeavor?
We don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We don't need them. Everybody needs us. We have the weapons. We have the strength. We're very strong. They need us much more than we need them. I will tell you that right now.
See, this is the clarity. This is the clarity that we've been looking for. We're going to go it alone with our bomb buddy Bibi. We're the strongest country in the world. All right, let's move on to another topic. I'm sorry, Donald, you had something you wanted to say?
They should be not only thanking us, they should be helping us. What does surprise me is that they're not eager to help. We need anything, any piece of apparatus that they may have because of a situation that they have, they should be jumping to help us. We requested 2 aircraft carriers, which they had, and he didn't really want to do it. I said, why don't you send some ships over? And he really didn't want to do it.
So to sum up, if I can, we don't need your help. We don't want your help. Look, I know it's hard to imagine, but we're not the only people affected by this bombing campaign. The Iranian people, along with suffering under this terrible regime, are now living through an intense aerial bombardment. Gentlemen, what's your message to the Iranian people?
Now is the time to stand up for the Iranian people and help take back your country. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment.
Well, that's big. You're calling on the Iranian people to try to overthrow their own government. Donnie, down in Palm Beach, do you agree with that statement?
So I really think that's a big
hurdle to climb for people that don't have weapons. Who's going to do that? They literally have people in the streets with machine guns, machine gunning people down if they want to protest, okay?
Sir, it's an excellent point. Donnie makes an excellent point. Guys, there seems to be some disagreement amongst the Trumps on the merits of, let's call it an Iranuary 6th type movement. And I've got to be honest with you guys. I mean this. There are others even more critical of your decision to launch this war. I'm going to play you this for you, and then I'd like your reactions.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate.
Guys, I mean, you can dismiss the comment, but that's from the author of The Art of the Deal. How do you respond?
I would say that it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Really are a loser.
What an idiot. What a jerk.
Low IQ. He's a low IQ individual.
Well, sir, I can't disagree. You know, there have been many who've been saying for some time, I'm wondering, we may have disagreements about how long this is going to last or what the ultimate objectives are, but I think we all agree that sending American men and women into harm's way is the gravest decision any American president can make. I think the American people wish Godspeed to our soldiers, wisdom to our leaders, and a just peace that accommodates and recognizes the humanity of all those. I'm sorry, am I boring you? Oh, President Donald Trump, am I boring? Donald Trump, can you believe this guy? For f***'s sake! Does anyone on the panel want to jump in and... Oh my God! You're all... Wake up! All of you! Son of a bitch! You know what? I didn't want to have to do this, but... How's the ballroom renovation going?
We needed it for 150 years. They've been nice. I think I'll save money on the doors because it can't get more beautiful than that.
Thank you for clarifying all of our questions on this fresh